Good evening and welcome to the opening night of the 15th edition of the Belize International Film Festival. My name is Maryam Abdul Qawiyy and I will be your host for this evening. We are so glad you have joined us for the festival as we highlight films, documentaries, and shorts from our very own Belize, the Caribbean, Central America, as well as Europe, Africa, and even Asia. And don't worry, if you're busy, the festival will run from November 5th through the 14th, and you'll definitely have time to catch one of your favorite films. We have an exciting program for you tonight to enjoy, but first, please join us as we honor our home country with the national anthem played by our very own Francis Renaud on piano. Welcome, thank you, and do enjoy. And now we invite the Film Commissioner of Belize, Mr. Nigel Miguel, to give us the welcome address.
Welcome to the 15th edition of the Belize International Film Festival. Thank you, filmmakers, for submitting your worthy project to our festival. The festival holds a special significance as our first since the pandemic, and we are all looking forward to experiencing and enjoying the wonderful films that so many of you continue to produce. We have truly gone global with our desire to bring the most creative individuals and entertaining projects to the country of Belize and to showcase our local film industry. A total of 31 films from 5 different continents have been submitted for this year's festival. Films have come from as far as Europe, Africa, and Japan. Of course, our usual contingents from the US and the Caribbean and Central America, as well as our local filmmakers, continue to support our industry. The Office of the Belize Film Commissioner has also stepped up its commitment to support the festival. In addition to our new partnerships with Galen University to create a film and media school, which is currently holding online classes, we have also established numerous partnerships to bring in more films, live events, e-gaming projects, and post-production opportunities for our local editors. This will contribute significantly to the local economy and positively impact our foreign exchange balance sheet. Our industry is typically viewed as a glamorous pursuit, but little is known about what goes on behind the scenes. Yet, that is the part that has direct and immediate impact on our financial outlook of Belize. Every time a project is filmed in Belize, people are hired to work on and off the set. Vehicles are rented, hotel rooms are booked, food is bought from grocery stores, food is catered, permit fees are paid to the government, land and water taxis are utilized, gifts are bought from gift shops, various types of equipment are rented for the production, domestic flights are booked, and the list goes on. And now, with the new partnership and projects that are being spearheaded by the Office of the Belize Film Commissioner, the industry is generating educational fees while developing local talent, anticipating a major increase in foreign exchange by virtue of the state-of-the-art film studio and post-production facility, and experiencing an increasing portfolio of foreign film projects coming to our shores to take advantage of the wonderful, pristine locations that they are only just beginning to discover. Belize is on the verge of truly becoming a one-stop shop for international film projects. In the not too near distant future, film producers will come to Belize to film a movie, a commercial, a documentary, or a TV show, and then do the editing and post-production in country. That is the future that we envision. It is the future that we are planning for, that we continue diligently working toward and will soon become a reality. Again, welcome everyone, and let's get started.
Thank you, Nigel. Our next speaker for tonight is our presenting partner, Caribbean Tales TV. As you may have heard, this is our first digital festival ever, and we have been able to bring this to you through their streaming platform, CaribbeanTalesTV.com.
Good evening. My name is Courtney Panchan, and I am the Festival Manager for the Caribbean Tales International Film Festival. I am also the Content and Distribution Manager for Caribbean Tales TV. We are so happy to be sponsoring the Belize International Film Festival and giving their festival a home this year. Caribbean Tales Media Group was started over 20 years ago by award-winning filmmaker Francis Ann Solomon. We started Caribbean Tales TV in 2013 as a need for an online presence for Caribbean diaspora films. We had a mandate to support, enrich, and uplift Caribbean filmmakers around the world. We have done just that by making this content available. Since 2013, we've acquired over 300 films, documentaries, TV series, and more, which now have a home on Caribbean Tales TV. We've also hosted a multitude of online events, masterclasses, and they all live on Caribbean Tales TV today. We are happy to be sponsoring many virtual film festivals, but this is the first year we'll be supporting the Belize International Film Festival. If you want to learn more about what it is that we do, please do not hesitate to visit us at www.caribbeantales.org or visit us on social media. On Instagram, it's Caribbean Tales. On Twitter, it's Caribbean Tales _, and on Facebook, it's Caribbean Tales International Film Festival. Again, we are elated to be able to support the Belize International Film Festival this year and to bring a new community to Caribbean Tales TV. Please come enjoy. There's free content. There's lots of stuff that you're going to want to see. So come and join us and enjoy the Belize International Film Festival. Have a great evening. Again, it's Courtney Panchan from Caribbean Tales.
In case you're wondering about the schedule for this year's festival, there is no schedule. All films are accessible immediately after tonight's opening ceremony and available until 6 p.m. on Sunday, November 14th, when we announce the winners at our closing ceremony. To purchase tickets, head on over to the box office at our website, BelizeFilmFestival.com, for more information. And now that that's all cleared up, I would like to welcome our keynote speaker, the Minister of Tourism and Diaspora Relations, the Honorable Anthony Mahler.
Good evening. It is truly an honor for me to be here tonight with you all to celebrate the official opening of this exciting event. The Belize International Film Festival is a signature event for our film industry. For a few days each year, it brings together art and industry in one space, offering a mix of recent films from both award-winning directors as well as upcoming ones. It offers skills training to our filmmakers through informational sessions and ensures that there are enough opportunities for filmmakers to network with each other in order to inspire new joint production. The Belize International Film Festival is our version of Cannes, Caribbean style. For me, the film industry and the travel and tourism industry are alike in many ways. They both use images that work like little windows we get to peek into and see all these incredible places, sparking our imagination and inspiring us to travel. It is said that movies give us that chance to travel to distant lands without ever leaving our homes, but in many cases, it often leaves us wishing we were there too. For example, the Lord of the Rings trilogy significantly piqued my curiosity for New Zealand. The surreal landscapes that provided the backdrops for these films were absolutely breathtaking, and there were many moments that I was left in awe of that country's beauty. And even though I have not been to New Zealand as yet, I have all intentions of doing so soon. Like most industries, tourism continues to evolve and expand as a result of globalization and the advancements in technology. 30 years ago, who would have thought that there would be a thing called space tourism? In fact, when I was growing up, the only time we saw anything to do with space was in movies or on TV. Now we have billionaires who are trying to exhaust their resources and their wealth going to space on what seems to be an almost weekly basis. So the reality is, as the traditional forms of tourism continue to evolve, these changes will continue to usher in new and different types of tourist offers to the marketplace. One of the more modern forms of tourism is the ever-burgeoning film tourism industry. From my research, it is estimated that the global film and video market is expected to grow from 235 billion in 2020 to 252 billion in 2021, and it is projected to reach 320 billion by 2025. These are massive numbers, and if we in Belize position ourselves right, we can carve out our niche whereby the revenues generated from the film industry can make a material difference on the quality of life in Belize. When you analyze the numbers, the revenues from a movie increases the overall economic effects of tourism and establishes new links. So movies like Dogs of War, The Mosquito Coast, After the Storm, and TV shows like Temptation Island, Road Rules, House Hunters, and a multitude of nature and wildlife documentaries on Discovery have all played an important role in building Belize's brand awareness globally, and thus indirectly helping tourism stakeholders to build our very important tourism industry. Like the tourism industry, the film and movie industry is going through its own transition. When the COVID pandemic hit in March of last year, most theaters worldwide closed their doors because it was deemed unsafe for people to gather. Such a seismic shift in our behaviors was last experienced during the two world wars. But like they say, necessity is the mother of invention, and those businesses that were able to innovate survived and even thrived. However, the foundation supporting this innovation was laid some years ago with the mainstream adoption of the internet. Today, the over-the-top and video-on-demand platforms have disrupted our lives, and we now have access to a lot more content from all over the world. OTT platforms like Netflix and Amazon Prime have become players in the movie and film industry as they try to quench their customers' insatiable appetite for new content. About 2 years ago, I had the first-hand experience of what this new world of content was becoming. I participated in a conference called NATPE, or which stands for the National Association of Television Program Executives. At this event, I was able to connect with people who were creating all sorts of content. They were working on long and short movies, documentaries, food shows, comedies, religious and family content. Some were expensive and some were affordable to purchase. But guess what? They were all accessible, and today more people have control of their own destiny in this world of movie and film. This is truly an exciting time for all. I gave my personal experience because I want to tell my Belizean brothers and sisters who dream about making movies, documentaries and other content to get focused, get organized and get to creating content. There's also a new technology that is called deepfake. In short, it is the use of artificial intelligence to create machine characters that model real humans, or they can create an entire person who has his or her own personality. Crazy, right? This means that we can have Brad Pitt and Halle Berry acting in movies 100 years from now and their estates still making money. Like I said, crazy, right? Technology is truly the great equalizer. It gives everyone an opportunity to leave their mark on this very big but yet very small world. This year's digital festival is a concrete example of that, as some of the films in the lineup will be available for streaming not only in Belize but around the world for the 10 days of the festival. I will close by saying that I know that the film industry in Belize needs more support, both technical and financial, to ensure that we put our best work forward. So, I want to assure the passionate organizers of this festival that I will do my utmost best to ensure that some more support is channeled their way. Again, I thank you for inviting me to be a part of this event.
Our final speaker for tonight is none other than the founder and director of the Belize International Film Festival, Suzette Zayden, who will give an overview of the films and filmmakers in this year's festival.
Hello everyone. Thank you so much for joining us tonight as we prepare to open what I truly believe is one of the best film festivals in our region. Recently, the Belize International Film Festival was described in the international press as a festival with soul. This is because our film program, the films we select for our audiences, have a tendency to lean heavily towards stories that focus on contemporary social issues and the many challenges facing our region that ultimately affect our lives here in Belize. And that got me thinking. When we first began planning this festival 19 years ago, our goal was strictly culture-centric. We modeled our film choices on the fact that we are a festival from Belize, a country with a large number of incredibly diverse cultural and ethnic groups who cohabit a quite small geographic space, but are still able to hold on to their own rich traditions. Our goal then was to find films from around the world whose storylines focused on the interaction of cultures, but whose stories also incorporated universal themes. That would be those life experiences that we can all relate to, like joy, suffering, birth, death, family, and love. With each passing generation, however, we have seen the cultures of Belize become more and more assimilated, and so our goals evolved. We found ourselves pushing harder for our people in the Caribbean and Central America to start telling their own stories. And the stories that came back to us, well, they were the stories about social injustices, the threats to our environment, gender inequality, human trafficking, racism, and the list goes on. So in a way, we didn't choose to become a festival focusing on social issues and challenges. The films found us. But we don't live in a vacuum. And what happens to us locally is almost always influenced by global actions and events way beyond our control. So our main purpose for the past few years has been context. We gravitate towards social, historic, and dramatic films that can provide context to our collective experiences here in Belize. We have been incredibly lucky to get some really good films each year. This year, COVID-19 affected us all a lot more than we bargained for. And that strain is explored in 3 short films. Chat, a COVID-19 story, Nothing Happens, a Day of Isolation, and Workation.
Hey, I'm Leon Lozano. I'm the director, writer, and producer of Chat, a COVID-19 story.
And I'm Bailey Renee, producer and lead actress of Chat, a COVID-19 story.
Chat is the story of Angel, a young girl who loses her father during the COVID-19 pandemic, only to discover that she can communicate with him using an app on her phone.
Wow. I know how to break the ice. Want to hear a dad joke?
All right.
When you were born, your Uncle Brian said, we should name her Denise. I said, wow, that's a pretty name. He said, thanks. Now, if she was a boy, I would have said the nephew.
I don't get it.
That's kind of what makes it a dad joke.
This movie is really about knowing that none of us are alone going through this pandemic, and that's what this is a reminder of. We're all in this together.
We hope you enjoy the film, and we want to send some love out to our family in Belize City, Mungo Creek, and Placencia.
Thank you.
Hello to everyone, my name is Nicolas Cordone. I am a director, screenwriter, and producer of Nothing Happens. So Nothing Happens is about the isolation days and how we deal with that. And how, in some way, the world is just what we have around us. Because everything becomes bigger and bigger, and because of that, we kind of lose context, you know? And the days goes by just one by one, and everything turns endless and more intense.
Hi, everybody coming to Belize International Film Festival. My name is Jimbo, a Japanese film director who directed a short film called Vacation. And I guess you can enjoy this film because you can find lots of similarity with your country, Belize, and the Amami Islands, where the film is located in. So I hope you enjoy this film. Thank you very much.
Interestingly, narratives revolving around historical events are center stage this year. In chronological order of these events, please take a look at Hinterland, a thriller from Austria set immediately after the end of World War I, when prisoners of war returning home to a changed country find that they have been all but forgotten, their contributions negated, and the mental toll of the Great War had become a bit too much for some.
Ein anderer Mensch als der damals in den Krieg gezogen ist.
Hero, inspired by the extraordinary life and times of Mr. Ulrich Cross, takes us to World War II. This is a story of one Caribbean man who becomes the Royal Air Force's most decorated West Indian, but this means nothing on his return home. He eventually leaves Trinidad and joins the independence movement sweeping across Africa in the 50s and 60s. 18½ is yet another probable but absurd explanation of what happened to the missing 18½ minutes from the Watergate tapes, the scandals, if you'll recall, that cost Nixon the US presidency in the 1970s.
Course of action is that I take the tape.
I give you this tape, you splash it all over the cover of the Times, it gets traced back to me in a heartbeat. You win the Pulitzer and I get indicted.
Hi, I'm Dan Mervish, director of the film 18½. It's a 1974 set Watergate conspiracy thriller / comedy with a fantastic cast including Willa Fitzgerald, John Magaro, Vondi Curtis Hall, Richard Kind, all people you recognize, and the voices of John Cryer and even Bruce Campbell as Nixon, all with an original bossa nova soundtrack. It's funny, sexy, action-packed, and weird. Well, come to think of it, it's kind of like Belize itself. Well, it's an honor to be a part of the festival, and thanks to Suzette and all the people organizing the festival. I hope you enjoy the film.
Chess Stories attributes the love of chess in Cuba to the 1966 Chess Olympics that were held in Havana that year.
Salud to Belize's International Film Festival. I'm Emmanuel Martin. I'm the screenwriter and filmmaker of the movie Chess History, Historias de Ajedrez. It's a Cuban film, was shooting in Santiago of Cuba. Santiago is my natural town. Many people call Santiago the Caribbean capital. I am very happy that my movie can be shown in Belize International Film Festival. I appreciate a lot that the organizer take my movie. I hope that you enjoy it. You can appreciate, you can feel in the Caribbean, the atmosphere, the character, the history, the way to people live in Santiago of Cuba. Thank you. Enjoy my movie.
Que te doy 3.000 por la casa. Pero Pablo se queda aquí.
August is a coming-of-age story set at the height of the special period in Cuba, when a massive migration wave to the U.S. known as the Balseros Crisis played out on CNN across all our TV screens in August of 1994.
Las viejas horas se dan un salto al vacío. Locura inocente que vuelas conmigo, trae de vuelta el amor mío. Trae de vuelta el amor.
Recently, there's been a lot of talk about gang violence, reparations, Garveyism, UNCAC, and social justice in our news. We invite you then to take a look at African Redemption, the life and legacy of Marcus Garvey, to learn more about this national hero for Jamaica and Garveyites here in Belize and around the world.
Hey everyone, my name is Roy Anderson. I'm the writer, director, producer of African Redemption, the life and legacy of Marcus Garvey. This is a feature-length documentary film that chronicles the life and legacy of the world's foremost Pan-Africanist, considered by many to be the greatest mass leader of the 20th century. I hope you enjoy it.
New Light, the Rick Museum and Slavery, is a painful and bitter look at the genesis of slavery from a Dutch perspective.
In de koloniale periode is het legaal gemaakt om van mensen objecten te maken. Maar die grote blinde vlek, alsof het gewoon zomaar was, dat is waar we nu verandering in moeten brengen.
Hi everyone in Belize, my name is Ida Does and I'm based in the Netherlands in Aruba. I'm the director of the documentary film New Light, the Rijksmuseum and Slavery. The film shows our amazing journey along century-old paintings of the famous Dutch masters as the well-known Rembrandt, but it also shows the way Dutch power have portrayed black people and people of color for centuries as inferior. In times of Black Lives Matter, addressing this colonial perspective is a much needed and urgent process. I'm humbled to be part of your film festival. I hope you enjoyed the film.
The Silence of the Mole is the story of El Topo, or the Mole, a journalist who infiltrated the heart of one of the most repressive governments of Guatemala during the 1970s.
Esta es la búsqueda de la historia de Elías.
Hi, my name is Anaís Taracena. I'm the director of The Silence of the Mole, El Silencio de Topo. It's a future documentary film that will be presented at the Belize International Film Festival. So I invite you to watch the film. It's a story full of courage and dignity. So I hope you will like it. So thank you very much. Adiós. Saludos de Guatemala.
En un país en donde todavía sentimos miedo.
Abdul Marin Younes and Belize Gang Crisis is a look at the intervention program utilized by activist Abdul Marin Younes with Belizean high school students.
Abdul Marin Younes is a Belizean Garifuna social worker and activist who work in Belize City doing social work inside the city's most violent neighborhoods. Inside these impoverished enclaves, Belize City gangs have carved out turfs that are in close proximity to each other. Greetings to the viewing audience of the Belize International Film Festival. I want to take this opportunity to thank all of you who come out and are watching the 15th edition of the digital Belize International Film Festival. I want to thank you for watching my film, Abdul Marin Yunus and the Belize Gang Crisis. Again, I want to thank the producers of the Belize International Film Festival for giving me this opportunity to view this film. Thank you very much.
We Still Here documents a tremendous push by a group of young people in Puerto Rico who traveled to Washington to protest the lack of attention given to Puerto Rico in the aftermath of Hurricane Maria.
Mi cuarto era ahí y como ya ven, pues ya no hay nada.
Y ahí fue cuando vimos nuestro pueblo destrozado. Y ahí comenzó la otra parte de María.
Greetings everyone, super excited to be a part of the 15th annual Belize International Film Festival. We're gonna be screening We Still Here. Thank you for your support. See how a community comes together after a disaster like Hurricane Maria and fight for a just recovery. We still here, baby.
Que mira, sí, uno se puede autoorganizar, porque eso es parte de lo que nos hemos dado cuenta en esta isla, es que el gobierno no está. O sea, María delató la falta de apoyo que tenemos gubernamental en este país.
Haremos el cambio a nivel país. No es solo por uno, también es por la comunidad, por el que viene, porque hay que tomarlo de forma colectiva. No es decir yo, es decir somos. Y aquí estamos.
My Father is an Astronaut is a commentary on the death penalty in the Philippines, while 407 Days uses puppetry to talk about inhumane conditions of Haitian jails.
Hello everyone, I'm Arjanmar H. Ribeta from the Philippines. I am the filmmaker of our short film, My Father is an Astronaut. This is a cute yet socio-political film. This is about an astronaut father who converses with his daughter via video call for one last time before his journey aboard to Star Forever 143, where he will spend the rest of his life. This short film tries to question our idea of innocence and the value of human life. Hope you will like it, and maybe it could start another discussion on justice and human rights. Thanks for watching. Keep safe.
Last week in the news, PGTV reported about the amount of garbage that was around
Our
town.
Own House calls on each of us to reduce the use of plastics in our daily lives in order for us to all take care of the planet together.
By 2050, there will be more plastic in the sea than fishes.
Hi, I'm Vanessa Bergonzoli,
And I'm Tyler Robinson.
and we're co-directors of Our Own House.
For the last 6 years, along with co-director Jeremy Kaplan, we worked in the beautiful district of Toledo to make this film.
The people in our film had a rising concern for the amount of single-use plastic in their hometown of Punta Gorda.
We want to thank all the participants in our film and the Belize International Film Festival for the opportunity to present this film to you.
We are doing some exciting work with organizations that bring awareness to the worldwide issue of single-use plastic waste. So email us if you want to take action. Go to www.ourownhousefilm.com.
Enjoy!
If we don't do something about the garbage situation in our community, what will happen in the next 5 years, the next 10 years?
Meanwhile, The Little Planet is a love poem to our planet.
Marinal daw, Arjan. Maugmang pag-abot sa planet ay ako ini. Magayon na aldaw ng pagkamundag. Regalo sa pagkamundag mo, ang sadit na planetang ini.
Then there are those films that speak to culture and identity. Mesquite Heart, the story of a Yoreme girl in Mexico who fights for the right to play the harp, an instrument traditionally only played by men.
Hi everyone, I'm Ana Laura Calderon from Mexico. I'm the director and producer of Mesquite Heart, and this beautiful film inspires children from all around the world to accomplish their dreams no matter what. We are very thankful with the community who helped us in this adventure because they are part of the crew and the cast of the film. So, well, I hope you enjoy it. Thanks a lot.
¿En serio te gustaría aprender a tocar? El día que mi mamá se fue, mi papá se volvió un arpero de corazón triste. Yo sé que si le toco el arpa, lo voy a curar.
Then there is Sweet Tassa, music of the Indian Caribbean diaspora, Black Doll, and our only LGBTQ entry this year, Samantha and Mavis and Jasmine and Ashley from Belize.
My name is Chris Ballingy. I'm the director of Sweet Tassa, music of the Indian Caribbean diaspora. This film took me almost 10 years to make and is a documentary that traces the movement of people and music from India to the Caribbean. The film traces the history and the current practice of a style of music called Tassa drumming that's very important for Indian people today in Trinidad and Tobago.
You're going to put your hair in one and you have to keep your head still. And when you're done, you're going to see how beautiful you look.
They should just cut off she hair.
Oh, jeez, your grandma is pulling me hair. I love you.
Hello everybody, my name is Lester L. Lewis. I am the director and cinematographer for Samantha and Mavis and Jasmine and Ashley, an LGBTQ focused short film that takes place in the bathroom. It is about the 4 women in the title, though not all of them end up in the bathroom. You should watch it if you are part of that community, or if you're not, if you're just trying to have a human experience and be entertained. Please enjoy.
Sam, you know the stereotype just make gay people look bad. Jasmine make gay people look bad, and Ashley, she confusing. Your girl really get you good because this not come out. She better pay for this. All she did at work, so you know she got money for it. But she pay for go to school, no? That no means nothing to me. The point is, things change. She never got time for anything anymore. Before tonight, I can remember the last time we hang out without I had to beg she.
Inspired Cuisine by Sean Quillen.
We are cooking for the new Governor General of Belize, Ms. Froila Salam. Pale food is never going to be accepted, never. But as a Belizean, anybody come to this country, what's the cuisine of Belize? The first thing they say is rice and beans, chicken and salad. So that I can't cuss on your TV, but that is just totally not correct. We have cultures in this country can't done.
Turner in the shop gives us an insight into how those old American cars in Cuba keep running.
My name is Lawrence Frial, and I'm the director of Tornero and La Tienda.
And I'm Charlene Campbell. I'm also co-director of Tornero and La Tienda. And we're just super excited to have this film on the festival circuit. This film was inspired by the Cuban ingenuity of keeping classic 1950s American cars on the road and really being a source of nostalgia for American visitors and just all visitors to the island alike.
Crafting our indigenous memory and Hairuma, Land of the Blessed, both come from St. Vincent and the Grenadines and takes the ordinary Belizeans' knowledge of Garifuna history one step further.
Living this close to nature is probably the reason for the resilience of our Vincentian nation. Since the times of our first peoples, we have always found our way by making use of the bounty that Hairuna provides for us. Long before the cruise ships began to dock in Kingston, and before the slave ships forced the migration of thousands of people, the island was home to various tribes: the Saladoid, Tromasoid, Swazoid, and the warlike Kalinago.
I'm Amalgam introduces us to a Nicaraguan poet.
Hola a todos y todas, mi nombre es Rodolfo de Sandino, soy el director del corto documental Soy Amalgama, un documental que surge desde el confinamiento que vivimos en el año 2020 a causa de la pandemia y en el cual me acerco a la vida artística de mi madre, Yolanda Rosman, que ha sido marcada por sus vivencias, por el amor, la familia, la pérdida, la guerra y sus raíces e identidad como mujer costeña. Espero lo disfruten mucho y muchísimas gracias por verlo.
Soy amalgama, sangre, lengua, piel, soy mujer del Caribe.
Beguiling Visions, another Belizean short, explores young romance in Belize.
Hey.
Hi.
Sorry, I'm William.
Good to meet you. I'm Elaine. So, what are you writing?
Oh, it's just a stupid little story.
I'm sure it's not.
Well, actually I have a burnout and I cannot figure out how to end it.
Hi, my name is Emil Mana and I'm the writer and director of the film Beguiling Visions. Beguiling Visions is a film about William, a struggling story writer who is experiencing a moment of writer's block. When Elaine, his new muse, arrives and wraps the beauty of her world around his mind for an entrancing moment. This film speaks to me in a very special way, and I hope it does the same for you. With that being said, I really encourage you guys to take the time to watch this film. Thank you.
And rounding out the film list are 3 animations we're happy to share with you. Chasing Waves, Speak Brother Speak,
Je crois que nous oublions trop que maintenant un nouveau départ se prépare et on a peur.
Être noir, c'est hurler à la mort que l'on veut vivre, vivre comme les autres.
Greetings. Thank you for the nomination at the Belize International Film Festival. I'm Cameron. I'm the director of the animated movie Speak Brother Speak. I'm inviting you to discover new dialogue. Speak Brother Speak allows to emphasize authors from African Caribbean civil society, whose voice is sometimes underestimated. Be welcome.
Parce que c'est comme ça, la Guadeloupe, c'est une grande famille. Et donc voilà.
That's true.
And tall. This year's program will also include 8 music videos from Belize and 4 webinars that will be available to the general public free of charge on Wednesday, November 10th. These will look at building an animation industry, new technology trends in film, opportunities for our technical stakeholders, and opportunities for producers to develop projects with potential co-producers in Europe. I want to end with a great big thank you to all our filmmakers, whose films are the reason we even have a film festival each year. Thank you very much. I wish to thank our amazing festival jury, who will be doing the hard work of watching all these films. Andrew Millington, Carolina Rueda, and Maite Bonilla, who accepted this tremendous responsibility in a heartbeat. And all those amazing behind-the-scenes persons who have been working very hard to make this first digital event happen. Asako Solis, Mario Mayor, Estrella Hendrickson, Alfred Ayuso, Katia Paradis, Rick Romero, Carlos Waite, Courtney Panchan, and all the folks at Channel 5 and Caribbean Tales TV, as well as our moderators and panelists for the webinars, which will be hosted by Sec9. Huge thanks to the Jonathan and Carolyn Glazer Foundation, who believed in us from the very start. Our presenting partner, Caribbean Tales TV and Francis Ann Solomon. The Office of the Belize Film Commissioner, Film Belize, Channel 5, Fertilance Productions, Nocturnal, Los Tipos, SMART, the Global Tourism Film Festival, The Hub, and the Ministry of Tourism and Diaspora Relations.
We've come to the end of our opening ceremony, and we would like to say thank you so much for joining us. Now, I would like to present our opening film, Our Own House, a short documentary which was produced right here in Belize. So grab a bowl of popcorn, your favorite drink, and do enjoy.